Welcome to the show that answers the tough questions. This evening we'll discuss the incredible prophecies in the Bible, the very ones the Protestant churches have ignored or refused to accept from the Word of God. Tonight we welcome the Black Pope, Superior General of the Society of Jesus, the true power of the Vatican. Good evening, Black Pope. As I have stated before on YouTube, Catholics called me Satan's helper when I bring your name up. They asked me why I was let out of the White Room. Sadly, I start posting links and videos about you. They never apologize.
Thank you for having me on again. It's not surprising how they react, as our church system is very good at putting veil over the eyes of followers.
I appreciate your candor on the show. Your comment makes me think of Revelation 13:3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. First, let me start by saying that it's wonderful to honor those who serve and in many cases are put in harm's way to protect us. The problem I have is the sad shape our country is in. We have no Protestants on the Supreme Court. Most of our leaders are Catholics from Jesuit universities. Does not matter if you vote left, right, or middle, the cabinet members will be from Jesuit universities. The Pope blames America for the problems in the world and specifically blames capitalism. I will put the links below from the Vatican. We have Red Mass, which is held in every state including the Supreme Court for the judges and lawyers. Additional research showed that Red Mass is taking place worldwide. We have Blue Mass targeting the police forces is also held in every state. We find out Castro, an evil dictator, is Catholic and Jesuit trained. Recently Australia just elected a Jesuit to run their country. Several Australian newspapers have run stories on how many Jesuits are in the government. Obama, no surprise to us, filled his cabinet with Catholics. Obama even appointed the Jesuit Father Thomas Reese to Commission on International Religious Freedom. In this not a huge conflict of interest that Rome trains all the leaders worldwide? Appointing a Jesuit to religious freedom is like appointing a fox to guard the hen house.
You got me on the last comment, as that is such a wonderful and accurate description. It's so funny to see so many believe in separation of church and state, but they are so blinded since we have removed the gospel from America. We, the Mother Church, run the world from St. Peter's Square. Why do you think the smallest country in the world has the most embassies? Every year Americans are pitted against one another thinking they can vote to change the country. We have indoctrinated the judges, the lawyers and the police into our infernal orders. If they only read their Bibles and stopped listening to our men we place in their pulpits. No matter where you go in this world you will find Rome's influence. Even in the smallest towns in America you will find the Masons having fish fries and doing our work. Your government and both its parties spend millions of your tax dollars welcoming the White Pope. The White Pope has blamed your country for the world's ills and states America is the greatest polluter, and the American people have lost all critical thinking and will believe it. Did you know there are rivers in India which are on fire 24 hours a day? You can see the flames at night. Why would the House Republican leader cry by the Pope if he was truly a conservative fighting for the Constitution? Did you know that both presidential hopefuls go before us at the Al Smith dinner? There has never been a separation of church and state, but we own the media as well, and they make sure to say what we want them to believe. Did you know that Rupert Murdoch was made a papal knight by the Pope? Everything you have stated I have researched. I always wanted to know what the Daniel had spoken and who was the mother prostitute of Revelation 17. I was not prepared for what I found concerning Bible prophecy. Understanding the race wars that are being pushed and how. Understanding why voting is futile, why the mainstream pastors love the Pope. Why the whole world loves the Pope but hates Christ. I feel like a very tiny minority and many times feel very lonely. Whereas a church that holds only to the Bible and preaches the whole gospel. So many are now become experiential churches and speaking in tongues. We wanted to thank the Black Pope again on helping us understand who runs America. And why the New World Order is really just the old world order where kings had to stand in the snow and beg the Pope to forgive them. It seems the papacy is just a mere second from having its worldwide dominion back, or is the mission already accomplished? Good night.